those are the three areas, special teams, defense, and the run game, that were the biggest question marks for this Ohio State team. Like I started off by saying, if you answer those in the affirmative, now all of a sudden all you've got to do is piece together a game in which you play your best in every category. And what do you have? I think a potential conference winner and a potential playoff team. If this team plays their best, I think that they can beat Michigan at home. If they play their best, they can be the Big Ten champion, and they would be 12-1 Big Ten champions. What we've seen so far through the history of the playoff is that it matters a lot how you're playing at the end of the year. Well, if Ohio State is playing that well at the end of the year, very similar to 2014 when they run roughshod over Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game and then got included in the playoffs, they beat Alabama, they beat Oregon, and then win the national championship. Maybe. Listen, this is a really talented team that's young in some areas, and they're just developing. Buckeye fans, stop panicking. You Buckeye fans, you're on this team hard. Trust me, I hear it, I read it. All right, but this team is putting together right now some pieces to where they could be very good down the stretch. Wouldn't you much rather your team, Buckeye fans, be great at the end of the year versus be great in October? Granted, I'll give you this. You would have loved to see them beat Purdue, and that was an egg that they laid that day. There's no doubt about that, but they have fixed some of those problems. They can run it now. This was the best run defense in America, and they just ran the ball really well in the second half. Really well. Mike Weber over 100 yards. That defense was suspect at best against Purdue. They've changed the scheme a little bit. You've got some other players in there playing really well, namely a guy like Brendan White, the safety. And guess what? That was a dominant defensive performance. So, Buckeye fans, if I were to tell you at the beginning of the year that you were in a game with Michigan in which the winner goes to the Big Ten championship game, that you were still alive for the playoff, knowing that Urban Meyer was going to be suspended for the first 3 games, knowing that you were having a brand new starting quarterback in Dwayne Haskins, and that you would be playing your best football at that time when Michigan comes to the shoe, would you take it? My guess is that you would. My guess is that you would. And that looks like it's happening for the Buckeyes.